This is the autobiography by Joseph Allen, who became an optometrist, why he became an optometrist. And I like to know what a person's about. He became myopic about age 6 or 7, as he says. So here goes.
So I know a lot of other people do. I know a lot of people get into healthcare because they have parents or a family member of some kind that is in a specialty of healthcare, whether it be nursing, they're a medical doctor, they're a dentist, etc. I got into optometry probably because one, my parents wore glasses, and pretty thick glasses, in fact. And then I ended up requiring glasses at the age of like 6 or 7 years old. I was already pretty nearsighted, thanks to my mother, who is about a -10 diopter.
Now, thanks to two ophthalmologists, we know prevention is possible at 2030 or 2040. But this science and logic does not exist in optometry.
So, thanks, Mom. Kind of a bigger moment that directed me toward optometry was that in junior high, before junior high, I was pretty lonely. I was a lonely kid, sat inside a lot, basically read books, watched movies, played video games all day. And my parents encouraged me to get into sports. So I said, okay, I'm going to pick football. But it's kind of tough to play a contact sport like football if you're wearing thick Coke bottle glasses. So my mother, thankfully, got me introduced to my optometrist and discussing contact lenses. And this is something that I try to remember every time I fit a kid into contact lenses, because it just can change somebody's life dramatically. Being able to go from this nerdy, dorky kid with thick glasses to all of a sudden being able to play sports and make friends and then have this self-confidence boost. I had so much more self-confidence in myself that girls started paying attention to me and getting affection or just any sort of attention from the opposite sex at the age of 13 in junior high was like the biggest deal to me. So whenever I would go see my dentist, was not a big fan of them poking and prodding at my teeth or fitting me in retainers or braces, but I loved seeing my eye doctor. Everything they did, from the refraction to all the instruments they used, just talking about astigmatism and me needing weighted contacts to fit for my astigmatism, it was like black magic to me. I just loved it. I was curious about it. It was so cool. So in my later years of high school, when everyone's asking, hey, what are you going to do? I knew that if I was going to be anybody, that I wanted to be like my eye doctor. So that's kind of where I sit.
That's quite an endorsement. I have severe doubts about the minus lens and about the whole business of optometry, quite frankly. I understand people are ignorant and only stunned to understand a minus lens, and nothing beyond that point. Only Rafelson made me realize that you're servicing ignorant people and nothing else works other than a minus lens.
My needle towards north in a way. Now, thankfully, I was able to reach out to my optometrist and ask him about what his life was like, what was school like, how did he become an optometrist, and then he even invited me to shadow him at the clinic, which was a great thing. And I strongly encourage anybody who's thinking about any healthcare profession, talk to somebody that you can get a hold of that does that as a job, and ask if you can shadow them, because you'll learn a lot from that. But it ended up turning out that the eye doctor that I was shadowing, his name is Dr. Mike Sufka, and big shout out to him. He not only was my eye doctor, who fit me in contact lenses and kind of.
Joey's very nice, but as far as I'm concerned, he's intellectually blind towards the behavior of the fundamental eye as science. Well, helping ignorant people with prevention is not part of optometry. His mother was -10, and Joey's probably about -8. He probably could have avoided it if he started prevention at age 7 with a plus lens. And that is my opinion. But also, it takes parents like Rupa Wong to start their kids in prevention before they're even put in a minus lens. So I'll post this and listen to his full autobiography. The optometrists get together and they talk about we got to do something about myopia. But it's never prevention. It's never offering a person a choice when he's at 20, 40, or talking about poison glasses for children. No. they don't even help their own children, but Rupa Wong does. So that's the delicate nature of prevention. That's Joey Allen. I won't argue with him. All he has to say is people are ignorant and they won't accept prevention from me. And he's right, 100% right. But there's no solution. He gets a minus lens when he's 6 years old and it gets bad. He doesn't even wake up to that basic fact of science. So I do analysis of the eye's behavior from birth, something they've never heard of in optometry. I represent all eyes as dynamic as they always have been, science, analytical, and I support Rupa Wong. But it will never reach optometry or into Joey Allen's mind. Thank you.
Undergraduate.
I'm just very pleased that a solution's been found. Prevention only. And I hope it's prevention only for you also. And thank you, Joey. Appreciate it. You can't do anything. I know that. I don't ask you to do anything because you can't.